Let me tell you a little story, got some news I want to share. Let's discuss a world of politics and ideas we can't compare. Let me give you some perspective on the way things seem to be. Moving forward with our medicines and all technology. That the world is full of stranger things that we can't comprehend. Cool creatures from another world and conspiracies, my friend. Tell me more about the chemicals that are active in our brains when we feel the thing that we call love ties is up and chains. The Jake Show. Yeah. On the Jake Show. Yeah. The Jake Show. Welcome to another episode of The Jag Show. I am your co-host, JD Marcel, along with my co-host right here. Touching your hand, I'm sorry. AJ Moreno.
I like that you just introduced us to the world as co-hosts.
Yeah, yes.
That's kind of nice.
I feel
like you should put a ring on it.
Yeah. Sweetheart. I'm going to put a wing on it.
I love it.
Of course, AJ, how you doing?
Love it.
Doing really well tonight, folks. Doing really well tonight. I've drank a lot, so this is going to be great.
All right. We got a packed house today. Of course, Dre Day All Day, producer Dre Day All Day. How you doing?
But where's the big Jimmy at? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy was abducted
Jimmy,
by
what the
gays
fuck? Gays,
and just absorbed into their culture.
He is getting anally probed as we speak.
Being ass blasted by a dolphin as we speak.
I'm jealous.
Of course.
So clearly he's on vacation.
Yeah, so Jimmy, unfortunately, will not be able to be here with us today. But
Jesus.
we got a packed house either way. Yeah. Well, of course, we got Rocket. How you doing, sweetheart? What's going on?
I'm fabulous.
Oh, she's fabulous as always.
Fab.
And of course, we have Tremaine and Ray Funk from Activate LA. How you guys doing tonight?
What
Yeah,
up?
you guys doing okay tonight?
Man, I'm happy to be on the first episode of the Ag Show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Because Jimmy's not here, God
That's
damn
funny.
it.
I get it.
It's funny.
I see what you did there.
Because when we brought him on, like we debated whether that was going to change, right? We were like,
Yeah.
oh, should we change the name of the show because
Yeah.
it's no longer that acronym. The acronym no longer applies. We're like,
Yeah.
nah, fuck it, keep it, right? So
Yeah.
we threw around the idea of the like Jaj. Right,
Jaj.
like, or a double J,
Jag.
Jag, right? But that's hilarious, bro.
No,
yeah, he's
yeah.
not here, and you're not significant enough to fill the J.
I'm
anymore,
not significant enough to, of course,
No.
Just a little update though. Jimmy says he is watching, so watch yourselves.
Oh.
all right? Just be careful. That guy's weird.
Tell him to send us those nipple pics, man.
Yeah.
God damn
Ooh.
it.
He
Everybody
Say-
wants to fucking
If he's
see
not gonna
those
send
That's a
shit.
pics,
good
then
one.
he can't be here.
Send nudes on it, guys.
ASAP.
No, but we
He'll
appreciate.
send them shortly.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm
Yep.
already ready, dude.
I noticed the condensation on your areolas.
He tells the girl that he has a very large penis.
Oh, why you lying? Why you always lying?
No, but we appreciate everybody, coming on the show today. Thank you guys for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and tell the world about, well, all our 10 listeners, a little bit about
10 of
yourselves,
them.
Activate LA, how you guys started, how you guys met, everything, how you guys fell in love.
Ooh.
It's about to be a
How
love
I
story.
tooted and booted.
See.
I had no idea. I had no
No,
idea.
just a crew. We started off, everybody comes from a different background, but we have the same passion and love for music and talking shit.
Hey.
Very eclectic bunch of individuals.
Oh,
No
nice.
different than the Super Audio Network.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Agreed.
Right on,
Agreed.
right on.
I like that.
Tell
me more about you guys talking shit, though.
Yeah, I kind of want to hear
Well,
that.
it starts with
like
this.
that. Oh,
It
that's
starts
good.
with
That's good. That's good.
A little bit of teenage angst.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And then like,
ADD.
my fucking mom told me to go in my room. Fuck her. Fuck the government.
Fuck you, Mom!
Socks under my bed. I don't follow the fucking rules. And then,
Is that why you guys put a disclaimer on the beginning of your show?
You know what? I've been forgetting to put that warning.
Hey, that's
really?
why YouTube's been hitting us, probably.
Yeah.
But the
there
disclaimer
it
is that, people take everything personal. Even though we are talking about people personally,
Yeah.
they're most likely people we won't meet. people
ever.
use.
Yeah,
I guess it's shit
absolutely.
in the news, celebrities.
Sure, yep.
And if they do like point me out, that means I touched the nerve, and you know what I mean. I deserve that. Like, hey man, you fuck you. I remember you're a fucking Big Sack 85, right?
Yeah, that's me.
But it was,
What is it, Jay and Silent Bob at the end of the movie where they run around going to everybody's house, whoever talks shit about them and just start slapping the shit out of users.
Beating their asses.
I
it's,
think,
it's a little kid. Kicking his ass.
I think that's how the new reboot's gonna start. Like,
Nice.
yeah.
I like that. I
Hey,
like that a lot.
there was one time where we had an episode, and this was at the other studio, and somebody got mad at us for what we said, right?
Maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think so.
But yeah, somebody called in and pretty much was upset. Hey, you know, you can't be saying that. Blah, blah,
Really?
blah, blah. And I mean, yeah, you take it as it is. I mean, people are gonna get offended. Fuck, you know. What are you gonna do, right?
have you ever had
Give 'em
anybody like
fingers?
call in and say I fucking love the show?
No.
So the fact that you have somebody say, "Hey, you can't do that," that means they're still watching. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Absolutely.
I can call in.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
my voice matters.
Yeah, it took. I mean, we took a lot of time. They took some time out of their day
Right.
to go out of their way to do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
When they could have just done nothing.
There has been some hate comments, and there's even been people that have been kicked out that were asking if they were still, mad. We were still mad at them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We us?
Not you guys.
Oh, okay. I was
okay,
like,
for
what?
audio.
We're mad at somebody?
Oh, on the network? Oh, never mind that. Fuck it.
Fuck that.
Got nothing to do with us then? All right, whatever.
I just want to let you know it's not me personally, but we collectively as a group, we all say unanimously, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
It's not me. Don't take it personal. Don't take it
We
personal.
did have a caller, right? Remember, like, started cussing us out. You guys are stupid.
Oh.
Then later on, he got
Are
called
you-
back. It started like,
He called in talking on some what's this shit like white people need their own community. There's a guy, he said his name was Mark Price, and I was going to make a joke because there's like a fucking dude that played from the Cleveland Cavaliers in like the early 90s named Mark Price. And then the guy's name was David Price. So I was going to make a Mark Price joke that nobody's going to get. But then he just kept on going. He's like, and he killed like 4 white women. And I was like,
What the
oh,
fuck?
okay. Like, because he's like, this guy David Price, he's getting out, and people should be aware, and I wouldn't want that to be my neighbor. And he killed like 4 white people, and we're like, wait, like, so like, what difference is like the people was murdered? What difference does that make? And he's like, well, I'm just saying, I think white people should be able to have their own communities and peace and such. I was like, oh,
Uh-oh.
and so on that note, like
One of
we
those guys.
hung up. Like,
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
And then
Yeah.
he like went
Time
to the
to go.
chat like, you fuckers, you only got 1 viewer. Such
believe-
and such,
you
and
guys
you're
don't
gonna
take
hang
our
up on
calls.
them. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, dude? I mean, yeah.
Why so much hate, you
Yeah,
know,
why
like-
so much hate, dude? I mean, yeah, they're giving you attention essentially.
I like
but-
it though. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate it though,
It's
because the
good.
same people
Yeah,
we've
it's
had openly homosexual people, openly atheist people, openly fucking I believe in aliens, and I actually fucked the reptilian people. We've had so many
Man.
different people,
Yeah, we have
and they
that.
all call in, they all, you know what I mean? So this guy, in the same tone of voice, he felt comfortable when he was saying this shit. He expected, that's why he got offended, because he expected no fucking flack, no fucking splashback or whatever from the shit he was
Sure.
saying.
Right,
so
right,
that
right.
means that
Yeah.
this is a place where I can say, yeah,
Whatever
we
I
want
want.
whites only
Yeah.
communities.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the platform. But then you're like, hey, what the fuck? He's like, hold up, I thought this was come as you are. So that still shows that it's a welcoming environment
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
provided.
But,
Yeah.
but when we
Yeah.
had the girl that said that fuck the reptilian or an alien, nobody talked shit. Huh? Everybody was quiet.
That's one of our highest viewed shows.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
So wait, this girl said that she fucked the reptilian.
Yeah, she described
How
the
the
whole
fuck?
sexual.
Hell yeah.
My name is Lenny the Lizard. I'm long and I lope to the left.
She had a taste of it.
The ladies love my scales and they love my tails. Cut it off, it'll grow back longer than before.
It's one of our most views, and it's still like one of our both the episodes. Because one she called from Australia, and the other one she.
Dude,
Wow.
somebody called you guys from fucking Australia.
But not only that,
God
in less than a
damn.
year later, she
She flew.
materialized physically on the show.
Get
Oh,
the
nice.
flying fuck out
But
of
when
here.
she called in, my favorite, because that's when she first like this was our first contact with her, first everything, and then
Yeah.
that's when she's like,
Well,
saying,
not
like,
contact show because I don't want people thinking I fucked the.
well, she's a
fucked the reptilian.
or that she's an alien.
Yeah, I'm like, I know I'm cochino, but now,
so in the same tone of David Price, mean whites only community, or you know what I mean, there's no God or any kind of thing like that. In the same tone, when we're talking to her on the phone, she's like, well, yeah, I had a contact with a reptilian before. It was like a sexual contact, and she just said it right over. We're talking about wait, what?
Wait.
What'd you say? Yeah, she's
Hold
like,
up.
well, I saw
Hold
this,
up.
da da da, and then she's like, like under her breath, nothing like we're third graders, so we're always like looking for fucking toilet humor.
Yes.
For
Like,
sure.
like when we were like, wait, what you say? And then under her breath, she says, "I never seen a dick like that before."
I gotta send you guys the episode.
in an Australian accent, like my shit is horrible.
yeah.
Like when you hear her say it for real, like, but we didn't catch that until afterwards. Like that was like washed away and like, what she said she fucked a reptile man, she fucked Yoshi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
See, that's crazy.
good.
I've never heard of a story.
I think
of a
it was I
reptilian.
never fucked a relative.
I mean,
Not yet.
I mean, I would.
Not yet.
I mean, I don't mind.
We've had that conversation too many times on this show on whether we would or would not. I still remember walking into one and Jason was like, "Hey, dude, so would you?" And I'm like, "Would I what?" And he's like, "Would you fuck an alien?" I'm like, "Is this a fucking rhetorical question? Are you asking would I smash something from another planet? Fuck
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
like
In a heartbeat. Yeah.
I would fuck a couch cushion, so I would fuck an alien.
See, so that's where the real question comes in, because the way she was putting it was that like they're shapeshifters. They can like as long as there's no like certain vibrations or certain whatever, they can keep the form of a human being.
Whatever it
Right.
is.
So
Yeah.
she, she could see through the fucking different channels
Yeah.
of the,
No
so she could
shit.
see like, oh, and then he like realized and it'll like hurry up and
then he
switch
went right
and
back
shit.
to it.
But in these
Damn.
situations, aliens might not necessarily be shapeshifters. So you're seeing the real deal. If you commit to that, you are a
Yeah.
fucking savage. Like a note to you, like, yeah, I'll fuck.
Yeah.
No, I said you got
Hell
3
yeah.
mouths and 4 assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
what's
still
up?
fucking.
I
I'm
tap
with it.
both those booties. Hell yeah.
That's a lot of mucus, but I'm willing to work through that.
Yeah.
Where the alien hoes at?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to find out, homie. What's up?
I would
go.
test it with the stick first. If it doesn't melt, I'll be like, all right, let's go.
You just fucked up your one shot, fool.
whack.
That was the only shot you had.
Yeah, but what if you're smashing and then all of a sudden like it grows fucking teeth in the vagina? It's
Well, I
like,
guess I'm getting 8 then.
that's
Yeah.
it. Your dick is gone, man. Like fuck that, dude.
At least we have balls.
Hey, but I got a story though, right?
what?
Like, but at least I got a story
I
now.
got a good story about how my
Right.
dick.
Dickless story.
Yeah, that'll always be the punchline.
Yeah.
And then I lost my dick.
Yeah. So to answer part of the question,
We're high.
This is
To
the
the
way
roof.
our show goes.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's how we go.
yeah, exactly.
This shit don't never stop around here.
There you
Like,
go. There you
keep
go.
it going. Every once in a while, we get real serious.
Yeah.
And then that shit lasts like 2 minutes. And then we're right back at it again. Like,
Yeah, it's usually like a serious conversation, and then we go off in a fucking tangent off of that conversation, and it turns into some fucking sexual joke, and
Yes.
that's how it is. Yeah, we love it. Yeah.
like you said, we're constantly looking
so
for
wait
a
a
toilet,
minute,
right?
And
So we are a show geared around the paranormal. The Jag Show. Yeah, the Jag Show on the jagged edge of reality.
That's
Fuck
right.
yeah.
Welcome.
and-
Welcome, jagoffs.
And so, we're all into that. Conspiracy theories, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot. Do you guys believe in any of that stuff? You guys believe in aliens or ghosts? Or do you guys have a story that you would like to share with the audience that is related to something paranormal? Because if you do, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I do believe in aliens. Just as ghosts. Of course, it comes from a Catholic family, and
Okay.
it's like from La Llorona to
Yeah. It's part of the upbringing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what about you? I mean, I don't know.
I don't disbelieve in any of the situation, but like I don't take one like somebody has this. Oh, he was 8 feet tall and he was this and that type of shit. I don't believe. I don't necessarily put too much stock in the stories,
Okay.
and you know what I mean, because people can run off without. I barely remember a fucking dream I had last night. So if a motherfucker like was scared shitless, but they're like, oh, he's got 8 fingers. He's ambidextrous. He's like, you know what I mean? They're not taking those. If you're fucking afraid,
Yeah, absolutely.
so, but I don't for sure. I don't disprove anything, and anything that can be monetized. The government has shown.
Oh, yeah.
That they will, hold that shit back until we figure out a way to monetize.
Absolutely.
And then the same shit as knowledge is power. And holding back knowledge, the person who holds it back is even more powerful. So shit is like leaking out piece by piece.
It's funny that you say knowledge is power, but like there's also the old adage that ignorance is bliss, right? And so it depends. It depends on who you talk to, what they want to know, and how they live comfortably. Because
And
there
that's-
are some people that want to live in their bubble and
Yeah,
stay in their
that's
bubble
true.
and be left alone in their bubble.
Very
and
true.
then there's some people that want to be woke and decide to turn those pages and look a little further and dig a little deeper.
In this subject of ghosts, paranormal, alien, all that type of shit, that's where I will continue to be ignorant because I don't go looking for the shit. If it shows up, it shows up.
To you.
But I'm not like fucking doing Ouija. Are you here?
See, I have a problem with the Ouija board. I've tried.
You tried it?
I've tried the Ouija board
Oh,
twice.
I got a story
and
for you after.
nothing happened, and I was so disappointed because I wanted something to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
I went
the
looking
honest
for shit.
part of it is just like in any kind of drugs, anything, whatever. When you're doing it, don't be like, I'm not high. I'm not feeling it. Nothing's. I mean, my fucking hand melted off, but I don't feel like I'm flying. You know what I mean? So like, but when you're going like, hey, you like if you, I think that's where I don't, do any of this shit. But I just believe that's like a faith situation of where you just got to really just, okay, nothing's happening. Maybe tonight, maybe, this is my first time talking to this motherfucker. Maybe like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I've been here for 8 years. You ain't said shit.
I don't fucking know you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So maybe, it might take a couple times and then, it was like, hey, my fucking hand's moving.
Oh, it's this motherfucker again.
So it's, but that's where if you have your own hands-on activity, that's where you have the better say in your stance compared to, oh no, it works, you just have to do this. No, motherfucker, I tried it doesn't work. Fuck it. Wipe it off the table. That's not for me.
And see, that was the one time. It's weird because I've had my experiences. I wasn't looking for anything, but that happened to me. And then the one time that I was trying to look for something, nothing fucking happened.
Maybe because you weren't really woke. You were maybe looking for it, but you were not like
saying,
welcoming it.
You weren't woke.
Yeah, you weren't spiritually woken.
Because the story that or the experience, not directly, but I saw in Mexico, so everybody got together and somebody bought the Ouija board or brought the Ouija board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody goes over there. It was only 6 of them, and the first people, and then that's when I saw them walking away and walking, and the next thing you know, we're following the people with the board. And we went, or they went directly to the cemetery.
All right.
Okay.
And this is kind of freaky because everybody's like, whatever, and it was like during the day, but it was like a lonely cemetery. Of course, it's a lonely cemetery, but damn, this shit's kicking in.
Yes.
Were they there or not?
Shout out to all those social cemeteries out there.
I know, right? All those ghosts partying and shit.
Free before midnight. No, so they were like playing and everything, and then just out of nowhere, that thing flew, the board. I saw it. You know what I mean? It was not like somebody picked it up and it hit a girl, one of the girls that was there.
Fuck
and
that.
Now, I don't know if it had to do with the Ouija board, but this girl died like 8 months later.
No way.
Shut up.
The one that got hit with the board.
The one that got hit.
There we go.
Damn. I was about to say, damn, that's a pissed off ghost. What the fuck did she do to him? Like,
he doesn't know how to lose at checkers. Checkmate, fuck this.
fuck you, goddamn.
Son of a bitch.
So
I didn't die for this shit. But like, so she got hit.
She got hit.
Was it like
really hard?
Injury from the Ouija board, or
from
is
the
it just
Ouija board? Yeah, she was just bleeding from here.
And that
Oh, so
ended
she
up being
bled
like
out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I thought it was some magic shit. Like it just touched her and she went,
my period.
right? Like just,
Oh, man.
my bad.
and that's how she bled out? That's cold, bro.
That's fucked up.
Oh, that's so cold.
Oh, man.
She was like 9. Damn.
Yeah, shit in the
That's crazy though.
Yeah, that is crazy. And then she died 8 months later?
8 months later, yeah.
Fuck.
I don't
How
know
old
if it
is
had to
she?
do- I think like 12, 13.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
That's fucked
That's
up,
pretty
man.
fucked up.
It's fucked up. Yeah.
That's
Damn.
fucked up that happened to her like that.
But that's also why my ass stays where it's because that's like you go looking for it.
Exactly.
And kids,
Exactly.
Maybe the the afterlife or whatever the spiritual realm has no fucking mercy. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're fucking rich, if you're a man, female, leper, blind, whatever, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're like if it's wrath, you're feeling this shit regardless of what. So
For
it's-
sure.
that's
Oh, yeah.
true. That's
I'm
Oh,
on
yeah.
my own fucking business.
I honestly, I personally think, yeah, like if somebody died like a horrible death and they have like, or they just lived a horrible life as a horrible human being, then they don't give a fuck who they're fucking with. It could be like a 3-year-old little kid, and they're gonna go all fucking out.
One thing that I do put some stock in is most of the people, the spirits that are here, is some kind of anomaly, some kind of issue that's not resolved here to why they're still. You know what I mean? I don't really believe their spirits is like sort of like every day is just like to be here and people We good?
Oh yeah, no, just
Oh.
give me a second. I think we got a call right
Oh,
now.
shit, okay.
We got a caller coming in right
Ah,
now.
let me
Caller,
see.
where you
Oh, we got
calling
a call?
from?
What the-
Welcome to Jag. Who do we got on the mic?
Yo, Cambodian 211.
Cambodian
211.
Cambodia.
Damn, that shit makes me
Yeah.
rock hard right now.
Hey,
man.
what's popping? What's popping in Cambodia, sir?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yo, we got Nigerian ninjas came in the Mesopotamian rivers.
Damn,
Oh, shit.
Nigerian ninjas came into the Mesopotamian.
Hey, you said it with a serious face. I was with it. Mesomaniptilian.
You had it. You had it.
I was so close. I was so close.
Hey, so let us know something. What do you think, man? What you got to share with us?
Yeah, man, I just want to see what you guys think about La Llorona type of shit.
Oh, dude.
La Llorona.
All right.
We found I called your show. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
we found
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
We found Los Calzones. The
De La Llorona? That's what she was crying?
yeah.
Oh, really? She was just trying to find her
So
underwear.
that's another story. No, but it does exist, man.
Yeah.
We call it also to La Sinagawa, I think, or in some other countries or Hispanic areas.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's similar
What's it say?
folklore. Yeah, so essentially the story behind La Llorona, I believe in it, dude, because I mean there's stories all across, man. But yeah, essentially this lady, she was in love with this man, and then this dude ended up leaving her for a younger woman. She had kids. She drowned her kids out of revenge.
Salty
and
ass
then
bitch.
as soon as she drowned her kids, she essentially fucking regretted it immediately, killed herself. Fatality. Yeah. And so now the story, the folklore goes that, you know, she roams around stealing little kids. Don't walk next to the river late at night because she's going to take your fucking soul. She's going to drown your ass. That's
With them Nigerian ninjas, man.
We come to take you and your children.
In the Mesopotamian river. I got it this time.
La Llorona had to be like a school
Alone.
teacher, right? Take little kids.
Hell,
Yeah.
damn.
Shout
Shout out to La
everybody.
Llorona, though. She's like, I fucked up. I shouldn't have did that.
yeah. She's like, God damn it.
I think I went too far.
Control delete. No.
Refresh. No.
I thank you for answering the question, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, thank you
Cambodia
much, Cambodia,
211.
for calling in.
No, yeah, anytime, man. Yeah, you have a story you want to share, or you just want to call to tell us how much we suck. Call in, man. We love you, man.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey, before you head out, though, could you just share with us the story of how you get a name such as Cambodian 211?
It's actually Camel 211. I'm just light about the Cambodian part.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too,
Camel
man.
toe to 11. Damn. That needs to be branded
That
on their
does-
fucking on their can, bro. Like I want to see that on their can. like,
a camel toe?
yup. On that 24. I want to see that
They
shit.
could come up with some new technology called Camel Flow, where it's like a hoofed bottom, and you know what I mean. The can won't sit flat, but it's like, you know, you still like just hold it
Yup.
up like moose knuckle.
Got it.
Man.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
Hey,
oh
well,
man.
thank you for calling, brother. You can call back anytime, all right?
Got it.
All right, man. You guys have a good one.
All right, you too, brother. Take care.
Likewise.
Damn.
Camel Flow.
You know, I knew it was gonna be a good show today.
So check it out. You see over there next to Paraganja? That's Camel over there.
Oh.
Camo hung. We like that.
All
We
right.
like
all
that.
right, all right.
That fool called in. I'm gonna laugh at him when I see him. He called you Camo Toe.
Camo toe.
Camo
I like
toe.
that. I like that.
I love it. I love it.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Bitch, you thirsty?
no, it's
Please
just
grab a Sprite.
bitch, you're thirsty. Yeah, so in regards to La Llorona, Ray, you said that you had like a story. You told a story. Could you tell that story again?
Yeah.
Because I would love to fucking hear that shit again, man.
But say it real slow and real low.
Real low. No,
Real low.
once again,
Real.
so where my
Ready?
parents have their house in Mexico. Where La Llorona.
No, that sounds like they're in love and like, or somebody just died.
My bad.
No, so they told us the same thing, that whenever there's a river or a canal with
Yeah.
water, the ghost of La Llorona,
Kicks it.
Yeah, kicks it.
Just chills. She's like smoking a blunt.
Just chilling on her ghost ass porch.
Smoking Newports.
Warning the kids.
Those blunts back in those days must have been good, huh? All natural.
All
Imagine.
natural fucking
Hell yeah.
Moda.
No, but we were like, Luda. We were walking around. It was like late at night, and it was late at night for us. It was like 7, 8 p.m.
Oh.
And they used to tell us don't go
In Mexico, yeah.
Yeah, in Mexico to that alley where
Oh, yeah.
the river goes because La Llorona
'Cause
comes
of that.
out.
Yup.
Yeah, so we were walking around. Next thing you know, we're like curious, and we see some tantarans, like women's chonies. And
Hell
the guy's like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, we got some chonies and stuff." And, you're a little kid, curious, dirty,
Quit being a bitch and sniff 'em.
And as soon as somebody picked them up with a branch, you started hearing the dogs like bark and go like ooh and all that, and so we got scared, but somehow that kid didn't. Yeah, okay, that kid was me. I didn't let go of the chonies before Tremaine says anything. Okay. Anyway, so we're like going around the neighborhood. We're like, oh, we found los calzones of La Llorona, and we're like, what the fuck? So all the kids from the neighborhood got around and like, oh shit. So one kid like took the whole branch, like, oh, I'm gonna take it and this and that. And my mom called me, like, hey, regresate a la casa, come back home. So the choni stayed there, and then next day, the sister of the guy that was carrying the calzones was coming around, and somebody steal my laundry.
Oh,
and it
damn!
Turned around. Then when we found them, it was a bag full of clothes, and somebody stole them, I guess.
Shout out to that indirect incest there. For sure, that guy took his sister's panties home, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!"
The question: did he sniff them?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He probably fucking wore them.
Oh, that reminds me.
Okay.
I told a story once about a supervisor that I had, and I told you guys that his name was Francisco, and he was a panty sniffer.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, that wasn't true. I'm sorry, guys. His name was Freddie. But yeah, he's a panty sniffing bastard for sure. And Freddie from DirecTV needs to be fucking fired.
He's
If
still
you
working there?
Still
Fire
work
that dude.
there.
Fire
You
that dude.
deserve to lose your job, you piece of shit, son of a bitch.
Hey,
But these are
side note, you were like in Mexico and shit.
Yeah.
That must be amazing for a kid from Mexico to meet a girl from Japan and get married.
That
and
is
shit.
crazy.
It is
Oh.
a beautiful-
Hey, wait. So
It's
you
a
recently
beautiful-
got married?
It's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing, bro. I
for
didn't
the-
realize that. Like, it's a
It is
beautiful,
crazy.
beautiful.
Congratulations, man! Right on, right on.
That's
Hey,
amazing.
you came a long way from playing with your friend's sister's panties on sticks.
Yeah. You went from playing with your friend's sister's panties to buying panties in the vending machine, bro. I get it.
Let me show them to you.
I
got him on.
No, but that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's crazy. You know what's more crazy? We got married already 3 times.
I was
3 times.
I was telling Leo, you guys are doing it wrong. You guys are overhyping it. You guys are
Yeah,
never gonna
we're
live
like-
up to that shit. 3 marriages every year? Fuck
I'm
you.
trying to hit clout one way or another. Big shout out to one need to set a fresh clout.
Hey, but you know what? Call Guinness. He might be in the record books, bro.
Seriously, you guys got married 3 times?
3 times.
Why 3 times?
One was in Ventura at the, what is it, City Hall?
With a shotgun.
Shotgun wedding?
Then Redondo Beach, and then when the parents came over here, they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna throw a
Another
wedding
party.
Japanese style." And I
Oh,
was
Damn,
Nice.
like that? Sake
Damn.
everywhere or what?
Everywhere.
Like that?
Sake and never mind.
Sake
Fucking
mete.
sake too. Sake mete saka.
Shit was amazing, man.
Let's go to the scary part. No, but it was great. It was great.
That's a beautiful thing, bro. I think it makes me cry.
The jet-lag was fucked up.
I'm okay to admit I cried like a bitch.
Did you?
At the end, hey, see these motherfuckers, they was filming. They was taking pictures and filming the whole thing. And then so like they, like the mom had like a slideshow or like, her daughter she put together, from this to this. Okay, they did a few slideshows. You eat, you drink, people go up do speeches, and then they came out, and then they leave for the last time. And then when they leave, they put up another shit, but it's not a slideshow. It's a fucking closing credits of all the fucking videos and pictures they took throughout the day with fucking rolling credits of everybody's name.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
I was like, yo.
That's
I was like, Yeah. So they put like some production value into that shit. The motherfucker threw a fireball for no reason. It was like no, for real. Like that was not like no fucking
no exaggeration.
No
exaggeration. Motherfucker really
exaggeration.
had a real fireball.
God.
So
damn.
yeah, it was a different deal.
Wait. Did he throw it at a motherfucker though?
He threw it at the ceiling. He just went up.
Oh, okay, all right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll make it down.
Wait, but when he did he go Hadouken?
Oh, you got.
No, he said higher.
Yoga flame.
Yoga.
Fucking
Damn,
Dalsim just straight up fucking coming through and putting on a
Hey.
show.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know
seriously.
what's funny is like, why did that fool just put tiger uppercut? Like, why would he just say it randomly? Like tiger uppercut.
I don't know why. I don't know why
Tiger.
any of them would announce any of the shit that they would
Yeah,
do. I would feel
honestly-
like you would surprise a motherfucker with some shit like that.
Yeah, sometimes
You
I
would.
watch those animes, and then when they're doing like their special move, they have to say it. Like, why?
But in real life, that shit works too. Like I remember when I was in high school, we like skipped school to go to another school. They had announced fights and shit, and the motherfucker was whipping the dude's ass, and he like put his hand up in the fucking air like Rocky and spun around, and he socked that motherfucker with the same hand.
But he
Like,
got him.
"Oh!" So
But he
like
got
I think
him.
that's like when the motherfuckers like in the crowd, they hear Tiger, like oh he's doing this shit. Oh, there goes another one.
I'm surprised they haven't used that on a porno. Like, imagine at the end, I fucked you real good.
All right. So this is
real good.
This is just a side note. ADD is very real. So one time in Japan, I saw they had a porno, and it was a parody of Street Fighter, and it was E Honda.
Oh, really?
Fucking Cammy.
Oh, I seen that one.
What?
So, but my
send it to
thing
me.
is,
Link me.
like, why is it that like Dawson is like a built-in porno legend already? Like he's got so many ways. Like he can fuck from like another room. Or, like, you know what I mean? They got like little shit. Like they got like remote dildos. You know what I mean? They just like watch the women like go shopping and like. So like they like that shit. So why has Dawson not become a fucking superstar over there? And like you know me, he could be like fucking yoga stretch and like, you know what I mean? I'm 2 towns away, but you're feeling the dildo.
Nah, Manga's
tell you
got
why.
that shit down though. Manga's got that shit down because they got like eight tentacle dicks. Like you can't compete. You
tell
can't
you why.
compete with 8 tentacle dicks.
I'll tell you why they don't have Dawson because they can't afford the CGI budget. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
probably
there it is. That's
Why you sad? Like I did it. Like it was my
Yeah,
fault.
so-
Like I didn't put enough money to the porno.
Damn it, Dre.
That's
Damn
a
it.
lot of skin. We can't front that.
I'm sad because I don't buy enough porno to fund it. I just stream it for free.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I
Let me
just
tell you.
don't.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you.
contribute.
That Power Rangers parody was pretty good. They got
Is it?
They have
numbers,
a Power Ranger. They have a parody for
recommend
fucking
and
everything
if
now.
the listeners wanted to see that,
Yeah.
where would they go?
You could just
the
Google
listeners,
power
huh?
danglers.
see it. Ain't no doubt Zach would be the star of that flick, right?
I think it was either that. Or I
Mastodon.
Mighty Morphin Muffucks.
it was. I think it was Marty Muffin Porno Ranger.
Oh, that's a pretty cool name. I like it.
There's a Spanish one, the Pinocho Rangers.
Okay. I really love it when like a porn film can take a play on words and like make a really clever a clever title. I fucking hate it though when they go on there and it's obviously what it is and they'll just do the lazy fucking thing and be like, not Brady Bunch.
Oh, but that's a good one. Watch that one.
I get it. But I hate how lazy that is. That's fucking lazy. Like, I don't like that. That's lazy writing.
Well, they put all the money into the actors. So they couldn't
get the fuck out of here. You got one guy with one job.
Come on, bro.
And it's to come up with a fucking...
One job.
That's it. One guy with one job.
Don't judge. You know where this is going to end up. It's always the same amount of clinics at the end anyway.
Jesus.
Just quit reading the title. Go ahead and finish up. Hurry up.
I'm just saying.
We got part 5 coming out next week.
Dawson fucking a lizard person. I want to see that. Porn industry catch up.
Oh, what about
But
Blanca, man?
Hear me out. Hear
Not
me
down
out.
for Blanca?
Hear me out. Just like I do dabs because I like to get straight to getting high. I like my porn to get straight to the point because by the time I'm reading the title, I'm done. It's like Naughty Norse's "Come Me on Your Back" #3. I'm done.
Oh, shit.
I'm done.
Oh, shit.
That's it.
Oh, shit. Shoelaces. Oh.
I like how she backs up. She's like,
Fucking
Starfade. Oh.
fucking Dre nuts through the fucking commercial.
Debbie does Dallas. I'm done. She did Dallas. I know.
did?
She got bus fare. Oh.
Hey, Dante's Peak. I shot off too quick for that one.
Oh man, you got in his. Oh,
but wasn't it the volcano was like already erupted before the movie even started? Like you've got some record speed here, sir.
Was it Scary Movie? The first one was it Scary Movie?
Yeah.
Or no, maybe it was the second.
No, the first.
Oh, the one when she shoots up into.
Don't you die on me!
I think it was
just
the second
stuck
one,
on the roof, just fucking getting Spider-Man. Like,
and you know what's gross about Spider-Man in hotel rooms? It's real. It's more often than you think.
What?
Spider-Man's in hotel rooms.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's too late by that point. Like you're laid, you're comfortable on your back, and you're looking at the ceiling like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Not the ceiling, but around the usually it's around the desk area.
Right in that Bible drawer. It's just fucking horrible in that Bible drawer.
Somebody told me the desk area.
I would like to meet the person, by the way. I just want to meet one.
I know somebody.
Because I haven't yet. I would love to meet the person that reads that Bible in the hotel room. Who is that for?
I'm sure there.
Who the fuck is that for?
That book is for the guy that didn't even wipe the ass off his face. He's like, "What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I doing that with myself?
This is right. Jesus, he pulled it out.
Jesus,
tell me where to go because this is not it, Lord.
He's just gonna rub the book on his chest.
I need Jesus. No, I'm pretty sure there are people traveling around all over the place that like preachers or whatnot. They're like, "Oh, the good book. Fuck yeah."
Fuck that.
You know what I'm gonna do from now on?
Those motherfuckers need to have that shit on them 24/7, bro. You're not doing your job.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put inside those Bibles. I'm gonna cut a hole and put a bootleg MP3 player.
I really thought you were gonna say you were gonna jizz in them. I'm disappointed now.
But the MP3 is gonna have pornos on it. I'm gonna tempt the shit out of them.
Is this a message from God?
You're just gonna open. You're just gonna open it and be like,
yeah. I'm gonna do that. Watch. It's gonna happen.
That'd be fucking
the Book
crazy.
of Jobs.
Hey, so wait a minute.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to be on the record saying that.
I don't believe you. Now when it starts popping up, it's gonna seem like a fucking challenge. It's gonna seem like one of those internet challenges for sure.
Dude, you know what? There are fucking crazy challenges. Actually, Ray Funk brought up a crazy ass fucking challenge.
I thought you said the porno. I was gonna.
Oh yeah, the porno challenge.
These challenges are crazy.
Hell yeah.
No, but yeah.
Hashtag Dawson.
There's this one going on right now. It's called the Momo Challenge.
Ooh.
Okay, and so I have a video of the clip of what this is, and so tell me what you guys think about it. Ray, you've already seen it. Tremaine,
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I'm already seeing the Action News developing story.
So look, check this out. This is what little kids are fucking doing right now, man. Like this is crazy, dude.
I still think it has more cognitive ability than a fucking Tide Pod challenge. So I'm hoping that I'm looking good to the youth. I think they got some potential out there.
You're giving them the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, dude, and if you know you don't know me but that well, but I despise challenges.
Really?
All those challenges, I'm like fucking sheep, man. Come on.
I was just gonna tell you to watch Tremaine's Kiki Challenge video.
You did a Kiki Challenge.
Damn.
No offense to anybody. If you want to do the challenge, that's fine. I just personally fuck. But anyway, this is a new challenge, and this one was kind of disturbing, man.
Yeah.
So let's play this. Let me see what you guys think.
Today, people across the world are spreading awareness for World Suicide Prevention Day.
Well, right here in Colorado, parents are warning each other about a new game targeting people with suicidal tendencies.
And Denver 7's Connor Wiss joins us to explain what this disturbing Momo challenge is.
The band?
It's a very strange
Suicidal
name,
tendencies?
but it is very disturbing and it's important to talk about. So this challenge involves people taking commands from unknown numbers and social media accounts for 50 days. And the part that's extremely concerning
That's too many
is
goddamn
the dangerous
days.
tasks that the so-called Momo character is asking players to perform.
Shout out to
The
my
Momo
cousin whose
challenge
nickname is
passes
Momo.
itself off as a game, but it is certainly not that.
It's creating a situation where they're contemplating very dangerous situations for themselves.
Here's the first clue for parents to be concerned with. The image of this Japanese statue of a woman with bulging eyes.
Titties!
Here's how this dangerous challenge goes.
I'm down.
Users start communicating
Did you see
with
those fingers?
Momo on Facebook or WhatsApp.
So, Angel,
a free
would you?
messaging service.
Hell yeah.
They're given a
Jimmy,
series
would
of
you?
tasks to finally meet the Momo. Those tasks
wow.
Jason, would you?
But then escalate
Yeah, hell yeah,
quickly
I'm down.
to violent acts with
Ray
photos
Funk,
for
would you?
proof.
My daddy
The
didn't raise no
memo
queer.
intimidates
Yeah,
Tremaine, would you?
Hell no.
And the final
Rocket,
challenge
would you?
could be anywhere from
Hell
harming
no.
to killing yourself. Local schools, including American Academy
My wife
and
won't let
Parker,
me.
recently sent out emails to parents,
won't tell her.
warning them of the challenges they are most concerned about, Momo being one of them.
Because there's something new every day that we have to watch for.
See, this
and
is the point
make
where
sure
people can be assholes because you be like, oh shit, that's the real life embodiment of the Momo
I
doll.
was gonna say that.
Dude,
she looks like
she
Momo.
looks
huh?
just
But
like the
that's
fucking
very
Momo doll.
insensitive.
Hey, look at the frog
Nah,
though.
fuck her, dude.
Okay, now that's kinda,
Hey, I think this is like the plot twist in the movie. She's the motherfucker doing this because look at all this weird shit she's got going on.
Dude, it's always somebody going against.
Are
that's
you
behind
trying to
it all, right?
trying to tell me that this news broadcast is fucking Scooby Doo?
Fucking red herring.
Riri?
If it hadn't been for you meddling kids.
So Momo challenge.
So this is crazy. This is what the youth is doing today. This is what has come to America's youth today. What do you guys think about this, man?
Too impressionable.
I'm pretty sure the first, they say for 50 days, so the first day of Momo Challenge is probably send nudes, and then you go ahead and fulfill the day one.
Let me download this
Fucking
app.
day one.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you fulfill day
Titties.
one, and you don't get any more texts from the Momo Challenge. They say it's 50 days. It's like, send nudes.
No, you
okay.
get a second text that says send more nudes. you know if you get one set of nudes, you're gonna be asking for more.
It's probably the same dude that's been calling me like you owed money to the IRS.
Hey, on that note, I've been getting a lot of fucking phone calls.
Not real.
About my goddamn student loans.
No, but wait,
and I gotta be honest with you guys, man. I never went to fucking school.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
Side
it might
note.
not seem like it. I know. I
Side
seem
note.
educated as fuck. I get it.
I mean,
but
totally.
believe it or not, I've never been to fucking school, and let alone get a fucking loan for it. And these Indian bastards just keep calling
Hey,
me.
send us a number.
What do you
Yeah.
what do you
They just
tell
keep
them?
asking
What
me.
do you tell them?
Side
I
note.
ask, so I fuck with them sometimes. I'll be like, oh yeah, I absolutely want to take care of all my student loans. Who can I give my credit card number to? And they're like, oh, you can give it to me. And I'm like, all right, sure. And then I hang up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, side note.
You should take it further. Just give half the number and then
And
or a fake ass number.
Hey,
Yeah.
but check it out. You said fucking calls. Imagine if you just start calling people while you're fucking. That was just a challenge, like to call people while you're fucking. You just random numbers, like prank phone calls.
Oh, wow.
Fucking calls.
Wow.
Fucking calls.
Fucking calls?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's a challenge.
Man, you just
like-
took that to a whole new level.
Call your parents while you're
calls?
fucking.
Yeah.
I want to get my ass whipped.
Hey, you should make it like a group effort so she doesn't feel left out. You should be like, you dial, I'll talk.
There you go.
Call her parents while you're fucking.
Yeah.
And if you could call people on both phones while you're fucking, that's double the points. Double the points.
Man,
Damn,
that's crazy. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Look. I'll say this about the youth.
Yeah.
A lot because of social media implications, right? Like applications, I should say. A lot of people are really impressionable, and they're being led to do things that you normally wouldn't do, that are outside other people's comfort zones. So like older folk are not gonna fall into those traps as easy, right? Like doing every single challenge, it's hard. You see one, you like one, you're like, fucking, I can do it. I can fucking do that one,
Alright,
and then you do
I'll
that
handle it.
one,
Yeah.
right? But the way that the youth is being raised at the moment, they want to do every fucking single one.
Yeah.
All of them.
Seriously. Eat Tide
Every
Pods.
one of them. Doesn't matter. They want to make sure that they did it. They want the credit for it. They want the likes for it. They want everything for that challenge, like from top to bottom. They want to be listed as I was down. I did it.
Yeah.
And that shit was funny, and I got mad likes, and suck my dick.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because it's developing this culture where kids are getting this credibility for, I mean, really like kind of fucking nothing, right? Like you're just being silly, and everybody's fucking silly.
But
like,
there was always that kid in the neighborhood where they do the
true,
dumbest shit. And you
but
be like,
now every kid wants to be that kid.
It's
All
because of
them.
it's because of the recognition, because you have like YouTube
Acceptance
channels and
kinda.
whatnot. Yeah, so I mean, it's just readily available to all of these kids.
Sure.
Why not do something stupid? Hell yeah, everybody's gonna fucking like that. They want the attention. That's how they
Sure.
get it.
This
Fuck yeah.
this is also the era where fucking like little league sports or any kind of children's sporting extracurricular activities win or lose, everybody gets a fucking trophy.
Oh, that's not.
You know, everybody's.
I disagree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't like participation awards. You gotta lose. Like to make you a better person, you gotta lose. You gotta fail. You gotta fall on your face every once in a while so that you can learn how to get up and be better next time.
Shout out to Montreal Montgomery, the first motherfucker to cast a stone in this direction. Like, fuck that! I paid $25 for this shit. Maybe give him a medal or some kind of shit. God damn it!
I need something to take home. He sucks. I know. Okay? I'm just trying to keep him from killing himself. God damn it. Help me. Help.
Damn, that's crazy. Well,
Momo challenge.
The Momo challenge. So, kids, if you're out there, don't fucking do it. Don't be stupid.
Have they had any like horrible?
There has reported one death already.
Yeah.
Because the challenge got to that point where it was to commit suicide.
And so basically what it is
was that day 50 at least?
Huh?
Was that at least day 50?
I don't know, man. I don't know about all that.
I don't even know.
But basically what it does is the messages that it gives you is do what I'm telling you to do or face the consequences. And it kind of gives it to you in that way, right? And so the consequences are that eventually you're going to hate yourself enough for not being able to complete this that you're going to do it yourself. And one motherfucker did.
Yeah.
Like one. And so that's crazy. Again,
it's crazy.
Children are impressionable. Whoever the fuck is running this system is obviously like an adult, right? Yeah. And understands that children can easily be manipulated. Mm-hmm. But any parent who isn't, monitoring the type of things that their children are on, I'm sorry, but it's your fault. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's your fault. I don't care. I don't care that family over there has had their kids staring at their fucking tablet for like the entire meal, and that's how you have to get your kid to sit still. I don't care. You shouldn't do that to yourself. Don't be part of the status quo. Be different. Be better. You know what I mean? And don't allow that to happen because that's exactly where everything is going. See, my child, that's a privilege. You're allowed to have that. And for a certain period of time only. And if you go over that period of time, you've got consequences, period. Because we told you, okay? One more, and then you got to give it up. That's it. And that's how we play this game. That's how you keep it controlled, right? There's also a parental lock on that shit to where we only see certain videos. Nothing crazy. You can't be... I'm not exposing you to the fucking internet at 5 or 4, right? Yeah. I'm not doing that. Exactly. But too many parents buy their kids their own devices. They give them their own stuff, right? Because they don't want to be bothered to give them theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
They just... Honestly, that's where it fucking comes from. They just don't want to give up theirs. And they buy the kid their own. And that's fucking terrible. That's bad. And you end up with situations like this where middle school kids are impressionable. They're doing dumb shit, and they're doing it to these teachers who have to deal with this shit. You as a parent, you might have to deal with some of it. But when they're together as a group, and it's exactly that. It is a mob. It's a mob mentality. Yeah. Right? You know it. You know it just like I know it back in the day when you were a kid at school. You might not do some shit that you would normally do, but when you were with your friends, you would fucking do that shit. You know you would. You would. And you would do the dumbest shit ever, and then your parents hear about it, and you're like, you did what? And they're like, wait, what? You did what? Right?
I would get my ass whooped, dude.
And so that's the thing, right? So I mean, I think this whole thing where they're talking about this challenge and whatnot, like, come on, man. How is it that you've got your, 12, 13-year-old text messaging a random number at fucking midnight?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. A lot of these parents there, it's very sad for me to say it, but they red dot, red dot. They're this is the way, they're what they're using to like I'll say get rid of their kids and these parents.
Oh, sure.
Fucked up, Distraction time. Shut the fuck up. Go ahead.
Go to your room.
Yeah. Social media parenting, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Seriously.
It's actually the best time if you want to get rid of your kids. Like get rid of them because you just give them a cell phone and hopefully somebody abducts them, right?
Oh man.
Sorry.
God
damn.
Sorry.
Damn. That's fucked up, bro. Like, sorry. That's pretty cold. I'm not gonna lie. Like.
Hey, I remember. Since we're on the subject, you guys went to Japan, right?
Yeah.
You guys, how was Japan? It was fucking awesome.
It was.
Where did you guys visit? Like what part of Japan?
Ray did the more traveling. I was like mainly Tokyo, but like within Tokyo, that's like so many different
suburbs,
cities, different
Okay.
So it's a lot of shit.
Did you go to the nuclear part?
I passed through there actually.
Fukushima,
Because I went up north. a little bit past, up north from Tokyo. It's kind of crazy, man. It was. I'll be honest. It was scary.
Really?
I would look for X-Men.
Are you afraid of heights or what?
No, don't touch me because as we were driving by, like there was signs on the highway or road. I don't know what they call it.
Like wear a mask or get fucked.
No, yeah.
Venereal disease ahead.
There was signs that said how much radiation there was.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
There's you can see there's a lot of bags full of dirt. You know, where they scraped all the dirt, a certain layer of ground,
soil,
soil. To I don't know. I guess they're gonna take it somewhere else.
The ocean.
They don't know what to do with it yet.
For
Godzilla,
Godzilla.
had the problem like that.
Gojira.
Chernobyl is still fucked to this day.
Yeah. No, I only know that because of Call of Duty, and I ended up looking it up.
Exactly.
I ended up looking it up, like, and I'm like tripping out because like it's legitimately a city where shit is mutating.
Yeah.
Shit just fucking grows all kinds of weird and awkward.
Yeah.
It's a fucking scary, dismal place.
Completely changes the landscape.
And that's not gonna. That radiation will be there for thousands of years.
Hey,
Crazy.
Side note. There's a city in United States that fucking Silent Hill is based off of. That there's literally a fire underneath the city that's been going on for like decades.
That's crazy.
I think it's in Pennsylvania, but it's like what the Silent Hill is based off of. That town is this.
Damn, that sounds like a good band name, like Fire Beneath the City.
Look that shit up. Go back to you. Made me think about it was the fucking
or a good porno, right?
Fire beneath the titty.
Yeah. You see how not lazy you were right now in making up that title? It could have been not Fire Under the City, and I would have been more disappointed. That's bullshit.
But if they would have put more,
I think you have a future in the porn industry. You should probably take that up.
But honestly, if they would have said not the Brady's, and they would have put 2 more inches on the penis, I would have been cool with that too. You know? They gotta use the budget somewhere else.
I saw somewhere they got like a dildo that's like a dick extension. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like
you saw that, or you
it was attached
no,
to
like
the
it's
dick?
like, you know, this is of course Facebook.
I've
you know
heard
what I mean?
of it.
You're scrolling, and there's an extension here, like a little clear extension. So I guess you can see like how far you're coming up short in life.
All I want to know is, let me ask you, do they have my skin tone?
The only one I saw, I didn't actually click on it. It looked like some shit that was like gonna, be fucking a scam email or some kind of shit.
Clearly he doesn't need it.
He only clicked on the brown ones or dark skin ones.
It's all sorts.
All they had was white.
We're going high through the roof.
Funny. Peach.
Oh man. And sanity. Permission.
Did you just order one?
Is there a discount promo?
Hey, can we do a group rate?
Can we jump on your shipping? Can we all jump on your shipping?
I'm just saying, bro. Maybe we can save on shipping.
That's crazy.
That's terrible.
See the tangents that we go off of? That's kind of crazy how we went from Japan to extensions on dicks.
Oh, they got some crazy shit over there. They got some
really?
crazy shit
Tell me
over
about
there.
it.
Tentacle dicks.
I couldn't get it out of the other guy.
Hey, so
now.
in Akihabara, there's a that's where they have like the whole electronic shit, but that's also where I saw the freakiest porno shit, whatever.
Okay.
So I was walking by a shop.
Was it pixelated?
Most of them are, but the one that was that was the first time I ever knew shit was a sexual thing.
What? Yeah.
The shit's not pixelated. The shit's like clearly like fucking chili pie on the face.
So you've never had a Cleveland steamer?
Wait. Are we talking about actual shit right now?
So in 1997,
the Shiza.
I heard Biggie Smalls' Life After Death came out, and he was talking about a woman asked me to shit on her, and I just thought this was like some rap shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a funny rap shit. You know what I mean? Like, haha. And then I grow up to realize, no, this motherfucker just got to a level was like, shit on me, baby. He's like, what the fuck? So after I shits on the bitch, I wiped her off and, I hit that or whatever, but it wasn't no good. Rest in peace to Rocky Lockridge.
Yeah.
Damn, see, it gets to a point, I guess, where, the regular shit just ain't cutting it anymore.
Rick James said that shit. Like, when he first started off, it's like 3-4 women every night. Damn. And then when that shit becomes normal, and now I'm off tour, and the groupies ain't like it was, and everybody around me, I sort of know them. I've fucked them for years already.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck do I do? We gotta bring orangutan in this motherfucker. Shit. Bring Bubbles in this bitch. Like, you know what I mean? It's pretty soon it's gonna be like, fuck. What? Like, this is. I'm bored.
That's why I want them lizard people to come out from the woodwork.
Just so
and
get
holler.
fucking freaky.
I mean, I'm just saying, holler
bitch.
at your boy, you know?
Hell
like,
yeah.
I'm down. Lizard people, if you...
I'm
this
down
full
too.
disclaimer, lizard people, if you're out there, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Like, find me.
Hell yeah.
At Deep Sleep Daydreamer on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Hit me up.
Give me that lizard tongue.
Light me up.
Fuck
I'm with it.
You really down with a reptilian?
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm down.
If I disappear, it's going to be because of that. Because I did it, and then I left the bitch.
But I'm going to have the best fuck of my life. Right? And then gone.
Tremaine, I live by the poster. I die by the poster, man.
Johnny
and that's
likes
what it
skinny
is.
girls, but he never turns down a fatty.
that goes for lizard people too, man.
You know what? It'll be dope if you guys do like what do you call it when like they watch a reaction video on the sexual encounter of the girl that we had.
This motherfucker's just trying to get you. He's trying to get more views. Dude. What you should do is watch our show and then record yourself watching it and say the name of our show 5 times during your reaction video. That would be cool, huh?
So cool.
But don't mind them.
hey, and that's how you get to 500, motherfucker.
That is exactly how you get to
504, but he pulls a fast one here.
God damn it.
Hey, now I know why we lose viewers.
Man, that's probably why we gain them.
Yeah, no, exactly. You lose some, but you gain so much more. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Is there reptilian pussy though? Like,
that's what the scales is where.
Hey man,
she said it's males and females.
Okay,
but
all right.
The fucking scale shit is where like I felt an elephant. Like I was like when I went to a circus as a kid, and like you see an elephant, and you see like it probably feels like leather, but then it's got like fucking a coat of spikes, like coarse ass hair before you even get to this rough ass skin. And then so like I don't really fuck with lizards or any kind of reptiles or anything, but just the scales of skin.
Yeah,
like if we're really gonna be fucking,
weird.
what if like I go like against the grain and now that's just like
that's just gonna chafe
like shingles and shit. Like fuck all that.
Shingles.
So you're gonna go from like not circumcised to circumcised in like 2 minutes flat. Damn.
Oh, wag.
Now you got no head.
What about
you're
like
just all shaft now?
What about like I think it's a succubus. What about
succubus? That's the ghost, right?
That's the female.
Wait, you're trying to what?
Takes your energy.
I've had
shit,
that.
Right?
I've had a dream where I was so
you had to change the sheets when you woke up.
I totally did, man. It was like
Suck
all
your
over the place.
Rocket's looking at you right now like,
I know.
What?
It was a dream, baby. It was a dream. It was a dream. I swear.
This is a long time ago. Long ago.
He had to like buy some new ones.
I was actually quite interested here. Like, keep going.
Shit.
Wait,
no.
Is that your lady?
Huh?
She's your lady?
Yes,
okay. Now I won't say no nonsense.
No, say it.
Shut up, man. Shut up, man.
All right, he likes Ligars.
No, but in this dream, I was having sex with this old friend from high school, this girl.
Oh, you're gonna get your ass whooped, bro.
Huh? No.
Was Haley's hot?
I can see her fist going like this.
But the thing is, like, okay, so she was on top, and then I was like focusing on her body. While she and then I look up to her face and she had like this evil fucking like big ass smile like up to here, and the mouth was open and you could kind of see the sharp teeth, and then her eyes were blackened.
No, God, please,
and I was like, no. And I was like, oh shit, and then I nutted and then I woke up.
Oh shit!
I gotta give you respect. You nutted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was legitness.
Absolutely.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, bro.
No, but yeah, what do you guys think
you
about
win.
That? Have you guys ever had that experience or anything like that?
Hey, you know what she was thinking?
I hope your dick's bigger than this, man.
How am I supposed to fuck after you, Darrell? What am I supposed to do? Look at that hole. What the fuck?
These nuts.
No, I had and I taken it to the next level.
Oh, all right.
It's like, you wake up and then you try to get back to the dream.
Get back to it.
But you can't.
You can't.
I've achieved it, bro. Like,
you've achieved out of dream and then go back into the sex.
Wake up. and fucking take a piss, come back and hit it.
Oh.
I did. I was like,
You fucking dream hit it? Hell yeah.
Damn, bro.
tight.
In my dreams.
See, that shit doesn't happen to me, man. Once I'm out of that dream, it's lost.
was
The
you
only,
pull- yeah.
the only thing that happens for me like that is when I'm dreaming about fucking zombies or some shit like
Oh,
that. Like,
nah,
nightmare, yeah.
Like fucking zombies?
I'm gonna call
Yeah,
that right
fucking
there.
zombies, yeah.
I'm gonna call that right there sleep paralytic.
Yeah.
Boom. Get some.
A new porno name.
Oh, yes. Yeah, not sleep paralytic.
It'll say sleep paralytic, and then in parentheses it'll say not house.
Shit.
You guys are fucking disgusting.
I love it. I
Every
fucking
single
love it.
one of you is disgusting, and I love it.
No, my God. We're just so fucking filthy here. No, but
It happens.
I believe that shit's possible though, like the succubus and then the what's the male
the incubus.
incubus and succubus. Yeah, like you know what I mean. For sure, sexual shit has a serious impact
Properties.
on
Mhm.
So I could also believe it could go over to like a spiritual or like a metaphysical type of you know what I mean, it's
Absolutely.
energies and shit.
See, I think it's like that every single time, whether you're conscious of it or not. I
Yeah.
think it is like that, you know. And so, if you're like the kind of person that's there and you're like uninterested in the fact, like that's cool, but the other person's experience might be completely different, and you don't know what headspace they're in.
Yeah.
You might be a god to them. You might be, right? And you're affecting their life in a way that you have no idea. Likewise, the other way around, man. You might be with this broad that you're like, oh, MG, how did I do this? This is incredible. I'm the shit. And she could not give one fuck about you. Like,
That's
you are just a
rough.
step through, right? But what he's saying is like metaphysical, connecting, like all that. It's all about how you feel about in that situation. And you know, to some degree, some people do, some people don't. And some people might write you off and be like, next, right? But that's what makes kind of like, you know, like a thing like Tinder, right? Or like or Grinder, like I've heard.
Oh, Grindr for
I've only
you,
heard.
for you.
I've only heard. Grindr, right? Successful. That's what makes those things successful, though, right?
I gotta give him props because see, like you said it on your show, and I heard it from other people about the app. You know what I mean? So I've been wanting to mention it, but then I'm like, the people that might get it, might get it, and because you know they're into Grinder.
Sure.
But the other people that get it, but they're like, wait a minute, why are you talking about Grinder? You know, so I gotta give you props. You know, you're brave. You know.
No, for me, man, like it's like to be able to talk about things openly like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, right? Like it's not my thing, but it's like other people's, and like
Yeah,
it
exactly.
is what it
so
is.
you're saying
like,
that this is not you?
Nah, it's not that is not me. It's not me.
Hey man, keep it down. We'll talk after the show. Like.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Hey, but that's like the savage nature, like the human situation is it's never going to be 50-50 in any of these like interactions, relationships, friendships, accommodations, whatever the fuck it is. It's never 50-50. It can start off in the mental 50-50, but eventually somebody's going to have more stock in it than another.
I don't know. I think that there are going to be exceptions. Like I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. There's always going to be someone that like kind of is you know, kind of driving everything, and then there's the other one that kind of follows, right? But I think to some degree there are certain people that find it, and they meet in the middle, and it's a give and take. Because one of the biggest things aside from a relationship, like in any relationship, and you would know because you're married, right? Aside from just love, right? Love is awesome, but like aside from that, it's a lot of compromise. Like you got to meet them halfway. You have to meet them there. Unless you're the type of person that demands to control the situation 24/7, and the person that you're with doesn't care to control any situation whatsoever, then you two will happily exist, you know, through the rest of your lives being that way, as you know, one person being subservient and one person being demanding.
Shut the fuck up and get in the trunk. We going home.
That's
yes,
it.
dear.
You're staying home. I'm going out. Shut up. Right? But there are others out there that do meet in the middle and, you know, kind of tell each other like, hey, we want to do this together. We want to do that together. So I think there are some exceptions to the rule, but I think for the most part, you spot on with that.
And I
for
think
the most
also
part.
time also is a judge too. 'Cause we can be cool,
fucking
but after maybe like, you know what I mean, a year or two, like, you know what I mean, it's become a staple.
Yeah.
And now I'm just fucking like, this is business as usual, where you're like,
Absolutely.
hey, maybe we should go get a sandwich. A sandwich? The fuck?
It's Thursday. What the fuck?
A dick sandwich.
Got cock meat sandwich.
Because like even in you know, groups that are like around, I would say our age, and I'm gonna put it in between their 30s, right, in their 30s. it's very rare to see somebody with somebody that they were with, like, out of high school. That's rare nowadays.
A lot of shit changed.
There's only a few people out there that I know.
Yeah.
There's only very few.
I got lucky.
Who happen to find that early on.
High school
And right,
sweethearts.
that's it. There's only a few people.
It's
Everybody
very
else,
rare.
though, we kind of went out. We played the field. We figured it out. We kind of figured out what we do, what we don't like, right? And we moved on in that way. But very few people have found that, you know, kind of at the base level, I would say, right? And they kind of made it grow. And they have made it work, right? Like, they have made it work. So it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, the dynamics
to
of
your
the
point, though,
relationship, man.
dating now, though, is a bitch.
It really
It's
is.
a bitch.
With all of these, you know,
STDs.
I'm
All these
jealous of
STDs.
these like new kids, dude. Like,
all of
you know
these
what I mean?
applications, man, and you know the whole thing. So I got ghosted, and that was the first time I ever got ghosted, and I didn't even know what the fuck it was
What that
until
meant?
what that meant, and because I was talking to a friend about it, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, so she ghosted you." I was like, what?"
They're like,
Huh? No. And so that's going on right now, which indicating what he was saying is like, some people could be really into the relationship and dedicated, and the other person, you know, love is blind, so they might not give a fuck.
You know what's interesting that you guys right now are mentioning the apps and the whole dating? I was actually thinking about the whole internet dating thing earlier today.
Yeah.
Because back, I would say 5-7 years ago, it was kind of embarrassing, you know, to say you were dating somebody online. But that was my only comment.
But now it's like encouraged,
Yeah.
right? It's like I
But
saw
before it was
a meme.
embarrassing.
I saw a meme before where it's like, oh, you know, don't ever meet strangers on the internet, right? Like, or don't ever take rides from strangers. And then all of a sudden we've got Uber app where you order a stranger to come pick you up.
My favorite is I don't want the government listening to me. Wiretap. How do I get this recipe?
Exactly. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother episode.
That's another episode. Thank you so much, guys. I think that's about all the time we have. You know what? Tell everybody, you know, a little bit about what you guys have coming up and where we can find you.
Yeah. Well, we got every Friday night we got our show on ActivateLA.com and YouTube. Activate LA. You can find us on every social media. Activate LA and Activate LA Radio. If you guys want to check us out, go on YouTube. If you guys want to check out that episode about that girl, big shout out to Eve Star. You know? Eve Star. Also, to find her on YouTube. I like that. Find her on YouTube. That's Eve Star, and you can find that episode. I don't remember the episode numbers, but just type in
for both her shits. Her name is on the thumbnail of it. Eve Star, a picture of her. So you know, just scroll through. Or fuck it, listen to everything. And
Just listen to everything. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
Activate LA Radio.
And we have coming up on I think it's the last Wednesday of this month. We have All City. It's a event we do once a month with 3 crews of LA, Los Angeles. That's DP Sound, Juke Bounce Work, and Activate LA. It takes place at 503
Apartment 503
in Koreatown. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a dope spot up in the roof. But I won't take the time. Where can I find you, or what do you have coming up next? I know you got a couple of you got an event with
was that as every first Saturday? I don't know really what
Melody
day
Bar.
It is.
It's a
Melody Bar.
Chinatown.
It's Pop Lock Funk every first Saturday of the month.
All right.
That's Saki Force Funk, Exo Middleton.
Most definite.
All right.
Yeah. That.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, everybody, for listening in, and thank you guys for joining us today. We really appreciate it. As always, you could always find us as well on Facebook at Official Jag Show, on Twitter at Official Jag Show, on Instagram
at The Jag Show.
The Jag Show. Make sure you guys follow them, man.
And follow Activate LA, always on the Super Audio Network as well.
Shout out to our fallen friend Ramirez Unlimited, who could not be here tonight. Shout out to Ramirez Unlimited, who's
dead but not forgotten.
Raped. He's being raped by alien dick at the moment.
Super Audio Network, the Jag Radio.
Hope it's good, Jimmy.
I hope it's worth it, Jimmy.
it.
You fucking
Get that
asshole.
ass, cuz.
Hit us up. SuperAudioNetwork.com and on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We love you guys.
Help us get to 500 subscribers. Only one more to go.